media.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Fringe. Justin Trudeau and his government-paid prostitutes at the CBC are going full force to make sure that YouTube channels like this one and many others are not able to broadcast any kind of footage when it comes to House of Commons, when it comes to question period, when it comes to basically everything, any kind of clips. There was a full onslaught yesterday from the CBC, or the Clown Broadcasting Corporation, as I call, making false copyright claims, multiple, against this channel. And much to my surprise, as I did a live stream last night to talk about it, I simply thought this channel was being targeted. But then I go on to find out that multiple channels, including Northern Perspective, and many others, have been attacked by the CBC on the same day. This is a targeted attack against YouTube channels. The big question now comes to YouTube and why they're not doing anything about it, and I'm going to get into that. But first, let's show the receipts. Let's show the evidence of what is happening here. Here's an email I received yesterday from YouTube at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Hi, unacceptable Fringe. Copyrighted content has been detected on your video. Trudeau is out. Will he resign today? The visibility of your video is not impacted, but you can no longer monetize it. The copyright owner is now either monetizing it or receiving analytics about it. This is not a copyright strike and does not affect your channel. So, of course, you can see down here, content owners are supposedly the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. Content type, audio, video, impact on video not monetizing. What can you do? Yeah, what can I do about it? Well, you can edit out the segment by trimming, muting, or replacing the copyrighted content with the YouTube video editor. You can always revert the changes. Submit a dispute to the content owner if you have the rights to the content. Re-upload the video if you can remove the copyrighted content with your own tools. You may also choose to leave the video as is if you're fine with the restrictions. So, of course, I submitted a dispute. And, well, fancy, right away, I get this one back. Your dispute has been reviewed. Hi, Unacceptable Fringe. After reviewing your dispute, Canadian Broadcasting Corporation has decided their copyright claim is still valid. Why is the CBC allowed to decide if their copyright claim is still valid? Isn't it YouTube that should be reviewing this? Of course, here it is. Another one. Trudeau is out. Will he resign today? Freeland resigns from cabinet. Ahead of fall economic statement is what they're claiming is the copyright claim. Now, what did they strike on our live streams? It says that why this may happen, the copyright owner might disagree with your dispute. Oh, well, I wouldn't want to hurt their feelings. The reason you gave for disputing the claim may have been insufficient or invalid. Thanks, from Team YouTube. What essentially happens here is what YouTube does is all of the views that come from those videos, they take away the monetization. They give it to the CBC. So Justin Trudeau's paid clown shill prostitutes have put their hands in my pockets from all the hard work that I do on this channel and taken the money for themselves. The content that is being disputed are multiple clips within the House of Commons. We did a live stream on Monday where we covered question period because, of course, rumors were circulating about the fall economic update, as well as Trudeau possibly resigning. I wanted to make sure, and look, every platform was streaming this. Everybody was covering this on Monday. I contacted YouTube support and mentioned to them, go into the video where you're making the timestamp claims on my video. You can see CPAC watermark on the top of the screen because I was streaming question period in the House of Commons from CPAC, which is not owned by the CBC, by the way. It's actually owned by Rogers Communications. You can't copyright the news. You can't. To shed a little perspective on the subject, here's Northern Perspective. Hopefully they don't strike me. Just a joke. Just a joke, guys. Just so everybody knows I'm not blowing my stack, take a look at what happened to them.
We got a second email. Hi, Northern Perspective. Copyright content has been detected in your video. NDP actually admits they will only topple Liberals after Jagmeet gets his pension. The visibility of your video is not impacted, etc., etc. Content used. Freeland resigns from cabinet ahead of fall economic statement. Content owners. Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. Content type. Audio. Video. To Tanya's point, we were saying, okay, before we jump the gun here, let's just make sure that this isn't some jerk on YouTube
who's pretending to be the CBC, not only trying to affect us, but also trying to drag their good name through the mud.
So we had contacted YouTube support, and YouTube support was actually quite helpful in this regard, and they were able to confirm that the email address from the account that was claiming the copyright on our channel was from, as you can see, cbc.ca. So this was all the proof we needed in order to decide what to do next.
So Northern Perspective has apparently said that they're going to go through legal. They're going to push a lawsuit. I'd love to get in touch with them because I would love to make this a class action. If you take a look here at the Copyright Act, I want to show you guys this. Section 29.1 of the Copyright Act in Canada says fair dealing for the purpose of criticism or review does not infringe copyright if the following are mentioned: the source, and if given the source, the name of the author in a case of work, performer in the case of performer's performance, maker in the case of a sound recording, or broadcaster in the case of a communication signal. Now, again, when I was doing my due diligence, you can see CPAC's watermark on the screen. I have a link to CPAC in my videos. Ultimately, what's happened here, and this wasn't the only video that was flagged. Multiple live streams were flagged, multiple videos were flagged. Unlike Northern Perspective, it was not just parliamentary footage that was shown that received these strikes. I have ultimately had over a dozen videos flagged. Let's get into what happened there. Now, if we go into YouTube, this clip here of Pierre Poilievre, you can see the Zoom meeting camera up here on the right. I'm not going to play the clip, but this is an infamous clip of Pierre Poilievre grilling Justin Trudeau over the We Charity scandal back during the pandemic days, where he was grilling Trudeau, asking him, how much money has your mother, your brother, your spouse received from the We Charity group? Just a number, please. And you have Trudeau saying, I have that figure. I've disclosed that figure. Poilievre says, well, tell us what it is. And Trudeau goes on to say, I'm not going to disclose that here, or whatever the comment is. Don't make me quote it verbatim. I apologize. But this is where Poilievre says, nobody believes you. If you guys, and he said, just a figure, please. Just the amount, please. This is a very viral clip of Pierre Poilievre. Now, this is from the opening montage video of my live streams. CBC claimed copyright on this clip as well, which comes from a parliamentary committee meeting that was held over Zoom during the pandemic. This is not the CBC's. It does not belong to the CBC, yet they've claimed it for their own. If we head over to Twitter, or X, as it's called these days, you'll notice that we weren't the only channel to get this against us. Yukon Strong tweeting out, I've never watched their show, but I can assure you I will now. CBC News, hashtag defund the CBC. Of course, here's Northern Perspective's video embedded. Down below, these two have great takes on going-ons on Parliament Hill. CBC did the same thing yesterday to Unacceptable Fringe and This Guy's Garage. Same deal. None of the footage belonged to the CBC. So this was a targeted attack on multiple channels. And this is the tip of the iceberg. These are just the channels we're aware of that have had this happen. No news yet if this has happened to the Pleb, if this has happened to Moose on the Loose, if it's happened to any other Canadian content creators. My assumption is that this is a targeted attack to try to silence YouTube channels from covering politics so that mainstream paid-shilled prostitutes can have an open floor when it comes to an upcoming election to cover any kind of footage that they choose, and that anyone re-uploading it will result in finances being shuffled over to the Clown Broadcasting Corporation, or anybody essentially who wants to claim copyright on these videos. The funny thing about this entire claim is that it is actually against YouTube's terms of service to abuse the copyright system. meaning that if the CBC were dealt with on a normal case-by-case basis, as any YouTuber is on this platform, their channel would be deleted. They would not be able to post videos on their channel. Wouldn't it be great to see CBC News shut down on YouTube and told that they've abused the copyright system by falsely claiming copyright material that doesn't belong to them? I sure do. I can tell you right now that I will be forwarding this video to my MP, Stephanie Kusi, who I am regularly in contact with. I will be forwarding this to Danielle Smith's office. I will be forwarding this to Dr. Jordan Peterson. I will be forwarding this to Russell Brand. I will be forwarding it to many people in my digital Rolodex that would love to get their eyes on this, because I'm not just satisfied with talking to a lawyer. I'm not just satisfied with seeing the CBC shut down. You tried to silence Canadians. You tried to silence the common person from having a voice on this platform. You're going to crash and burn. I'm going to make sure you're exposed to the highest regard on this platform. I would encourage everybody watching this video to please like, comment, and share it out. That gets it past YouTube's shadow ban algorithms, which this channel has already been heavily shadow banned. In fact, in the last few months, YouTube has cut our viewership and limited our viewership by 2/3. And now with this debacle with the CBC, I have had essentially half a month's revenue from views that they pay to me swallowed up. So imagine going to work for half a month and being told, we're going to give your paycheck to somebody else. As a stay-at-home father, my wife wanted her career. A lot of people who watch my live streams know that. We have 3 children. We couldn't afford daycare. One of us would essentially be going to work just to simply hand our check off to a daycare system. We wanted one of us to be at home so that the kids had access to come home if they were sick, if there was a problem at school. I jumped on that grenade. I said, I was working on writing projects, of course, How the Prime Minister Stole Freedom took off. But YouTube is where I make my living now. This is how I make money to support my family, by making content for the platform. And I've always told my viewers during live streams, I appreciate super chats. I appreciate memberships. I appreciate merch purchases, everything that happens on this channel. But I never ask for it. I don't e-beg. YouTube and Google are a multi-billion-dollar corporation. They can pay me for the views. You watching this video, you leaving a thumbs up, you leaving a comment, is worth more to me than any of the super chats that I'm given, than anything else. It's exposure. It gets the videos out. It hopefully brings in a new audience. It grows our already great community on this platform. And now the Clown Broadcasting Corporation has stolen from my finances for tax-paid media, by the way. My taxes already pay for their content, but they're claiming they own it over me, which it's not even a CBC video in any of these instances. I'm completely shocked. If anybody's watching this on Twitter, please repost the video and tag at Team YouTube, asking them what they plan to do against CBC News for falsely claiming copyright on video that does not belong to them. Show some love over to Northern Perspective, This Guy's Garage, any of the channels that have been affected. Please. Now more than ever is the time where Canadians have to stand together. I've said multiple times, we're all in the same boat. We're all on the same team. This can't continue. The silencing of Canadians cannot continue in Justin Trudeau's dictatorship. This isn't Canada anymore. I feel like I'm living in North Korea sometimes. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If it's your first time here, I hope this video's earned your subscription. It's more critical than ever that we get them at this point. So please, if you haven't yet, click that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment. It pushes the thumbs up in the comments, push this video out beyond YouTube's shadow banning algorithm. It tells the platform through its AI that people are interested in this video. If you're on any other social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, this is the video to share out. Share out Northern Perspectives video, any videos covering this. Let's completely trash the CBC. Let's show them who's boss in this country, that Catherine Tate can't continue to take our money and give bonuses throughout her company. Let's show them that Canadians have a voice, whether it's this channel, whether it's other channels. And as Pierre Poilievre says, let's bring it home, ladies and gentlemen. On that said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's content. Please join me this Friday for Friday Night Fringe, our live streaming show where I'm sure I'll be copyright struck on that one for our intro video again, where I sit down in that show with my beautiful wife, Mrs. Fringe. We'll go over everything that's happened this week in politics, because boy, there's been a lot. We're going to go over everything we know that's coming up, any responses that have happened in regards to this video, and a little bit of Q&A. We're going to hear what you guys have to say in the comments and in the live stream chat. We always love listening to what you guys have to say. That all goes down here on the channel each and every Friday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central here on the channel. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video and have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one.